With that being said, let's get this show on the road, ladies and real. Game 5 is in proceed. Ain't nobody even scored yet. We in the beginning, so be on just in case they win the championship tonight. You know, I got it on. But if mm, mm, ooh, that thing's strong. All right, so we about to what's up with the all right, y'all, we're going to Panda Press first, waiting on the soundboard to load up. I'm about to check out Panda Press, man. I'm about to check out Panda Press, man. Talking about Diddy got more charges.
The witnesses. Hotel footage of him dragging his girlfriend down. Jury said no, not guilty. Rico, not guilty. Sex trafficking Cassie Ventura, not guilty. Sex trafficking Cassie Ventura, not guilty. They got him on 2. You know what those 2 charges were? And this is took a stand. The prosecution went through Cassie's testimony about freak-offs, about being kicked off a yacht in Cannes, about threats, drug drinks, and a decade of control. They played the hotel surveillance in 2016. And then the jury came for sex trafficking James, not guilty. They come on counts 3 and 5, both Mann Act violations. The Mann Act, a law from 1910 that was written to stop what they called the white slave traffic, which in practice meant criminalizing black men crossing state lines with white women. Jack Johnson, the first black heavyweight champion of the world, was prosecuted under this exact in 1913 for his relationship with a white woman. That
Facts. Yeah, to bust that boy bubble with the Mann Act. So you know, I know y'all see the New York Knicks joint upside down, yo. What's up? Where y'all coming in from? Where everybody coming in from?
That is the statute. That's what finally landed Diddy. Not 30 years of documented behavior or the hotel footage that existed for 8 years before anyone acted on it. And not the most sophisticated racketeering prosecution the Southern District of New York could build. A 115-year-old law about moving people across state lines.
Turns out the government tracks a lot of data, and it's scattered all over the place. Data on prices.
That's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Now here's what most people skip. The RICO charge. The one that could have put him away for 20 years.
Yeah, the RICO.
Required the jury to...
See, the RICO is what basically could have put Diddy away forever. But I think they reached too high when they charged Diddy. They should have charged Diddy with something lower that still could have got him some serious time, but they wanted to go for the gusto. They wanted to go full throttle, and that shit backfired on him. I think what her name, Miss Comey, she lost her job.
Did at least 2 predicate crimes that formed a pattern of organized criminal behavior. They couldn't get there. 7 weeks of testimony, and they couldn't unanimously agree that Bad Boy Records was a criminal enterprise. Think about that for a second. And then at sentencing, the judge gave him 50 months. The prosecution asked for 135 months, over 11 years. The 50 is being challenged on appeal right now.
Yep, it is.
Because Diddy's lawyers argued that the judge used conduct the jury rejected.
Because at the end of the day, bro, like, this whole shit, this is, oh, we up. Yeah, we up. Yeah, that shit right there, man. They try to do too much with Diddy, bro. They try to blow that shit out of proportion. I mean, I'm not sitting here trying to say I agree with anything Diddy did. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the legal system dropped the ball when they tried to charge this man with RICO and all this other fool shit. Like, bruh, you should have charged him for beating on Cassie. He probably would have got way more time than that shit. Y'all got 50 months. Like, bro, y'all wasted y'all time with that shit. Y'all could have let the man go for that shit. 50 months. And he was already in there for like a year. So you gonna shave off like what? You're gonna shave off some of the months. At least a year. So yeah, that shit was kind of. I mean, as far as like the district attorney, that was whack for that shit. It's almost like, oh, King, what up, boy? What up? Well, you see, I got it on. Boy, you see, I got it on. New York, big city of dreams. It ain't always what it seems, my nigga. What's up, King? What up, man? You chilling, bro? In here rolling this blunt up, brethren. Rolling this spliff, yeah, man. Gotta get that thing right there, brethren. So I'm trying to roll a fat one, niggas. I'm smoking me one, and that's all I need tonight. I'm smoking me one good fat one. I'm finna call it a night. Cook me some food, cook me some little food. What's your boy, not Taxstone. What's the nigga name? He told the girl, he said, I love you like cooked food. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Boy, hey, G, boy, when I say Atlanta on fire, nigga, bro, that World Cup done came up, boy, them folks turned it all the way up, nigga. Them folks turned it all the way up for the World Cup, bro. I was like, what the fuck, my nigga? They got all kind of events and shit downtown, but that shit is crazy, bro. I'm seeing limos and shit, black trucks. Limos and black trucks, that's all I'm seeing, bro. Bitches in the filling the Waymo truck up. I mean the Waymo car. I seen about 9 bitches get out of Waymo truck, nigga. Or car, or whatever you call them, motherfucker. The little, like a SUV slash. Yeah, I was waiting on you to call me back at work, bro. Then I fucked around and got to start talking to the little chicken. It was a rap, brother. City going crazy, my nigga. City going crazy tonight, G. G, I'm talking about that bitch like somebody to take the clip out that bitch on them nigga. Had to pop the clip on one of them niggas. Hey, G, you remember that time the dude talking about he was gonna sell me that and then you was like, nigga, that nigga finna say you a BB gun. Boy, your ass stupid. That boy said that boy gonna sell me a BB gun. I said, oh no. But you ain't never lied, but that nigga ain't never come into the store with a pistol, bro. Hey, this is the mic I was telling you about, G. The goddamn Logitech. It's called a Logitech Spear or some shit like that. No, Orb. The Logitech Orb, nigga. Just make it look a little, you know what I'm saying? You know how much I paid for it, but you know. Hell nah, the Knicks ain't winning. Knicks losing like a motherfucker in this bitch. They losing by 7. The Knicks down by 7. Hey, yeah, y'all. I'm waiting on the the soundboard to load up, but we gonna finish listening to Panda Press, y'all.
To calculate a sentence for conduct they convicted him on. The Second Circuit Court of Appeals heard those arguments in April 2026. No ruling yet, which means everything you think you know about where this stands is still technically unresolved. Now understand the actual mechanism here. This isn't about one man with power doing whatever he wanted. There's a specific pattern in every single
They're down by 10 now. The Knicks down by 10, y'all.
You can't unsee it. He spots someone. He tells them
we're gonna do the whole game, bro. The Knicks down by 10, bro.
Something for their career. He creates a private setting. He gives them something to drink, and then it happens.
It was so unfortunate, so unnecessary.
This week, a civil lawsuit landed in Los Angeles Superior Court from a male John Doe, a famous child actor whose career started in 2004. He says it happened in 2007 at a Hollywood Hills industry networking event.
I wonder who this child star is they talking about, though.
He was a minor. His agents arranged for him to attend. He showed up alone. And according to the court filing, Diddy approached him at the party and told him he had an upcoming project that might be perfect for him. Said they should speak privately about some potential opportunities. He guided the boy to a back room. He shut the door. He gave him alcohol. And then, according
Love, G. Who the hell is Love? I don't even know who the hell that is, bro.
to the filing, he assaulted that child. But here's the detail that changes what this story is actually about. The talent agency is named in that lawsuit too, not as a footnote, as a defendant. Because according to the court filing, the agents allegedly knew Diddy had a reputation for assaulting minors, knew what happened at his events, and they sent that child to that party alone anyway, without a
Knicks down by 8, 10, 18.
The lawsuit alleges the agents and Diddy conspired in advance to create the event specifically to give Diddy access to minor children. That is not a predator slipping through the cracks. That is infrastructure. That's an industry that decided a child's career ambitions were a fair price to pay for access to the biggest name in music. And what was the hook? Career. Always career. For a black child actor in 2007 Hollywood, hearing "I can make you famous" from Diddy wasn't just flattering. It was practically impossible to refuse. The dream was the weapon. That's how he operated. Not brute force in the open. The promise of a future, then a back room, then a door closing behind you. You want to understand how this ran for 30 years?
Hey, G, you won't believe who I think texts me right now.
Bad Boy Records was not just a label. It was a social infrastructure. Making the band brought young artists into its orbit under contracts that tied their entire careers to his.
Bro, I think this nigga in prison, bro. Hey, G, guess who texted me?
Did he organize? Bringing in male sex workers, controlling the environment, coercing the people around him into participating. And he filmed things, kept records. Cassie Ventura.
Oh, G, I gotta show you something too, bro. I got me another little one.
Settled the same day.
Bro, I think it's
closed amount. 8 years before that, in
They
2016.
said he called me from behind the wall. He got a cell phone. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I got some shit coming on. See, I got me one of them things you been looking for, boy. Gee, I got me one of them things you been looking for there now. Oh yeah, was hold on. Big 40. Yeah, that's 40, nigga. Damn, that nigga locked up, shouted. I should be like, nigga, you should have left me all that equipment. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a whole bunch. Damn, that nigga 40, bro. Gee, boy, I got something to show you, boy. Boy, when you see this, my nigga, G. You said you probably no, he is locked up. He said this your brother calling you from behind the wall, my nigga. On God, nigga. That nigga said this your brother. This your brother, nigga. Boy, G, I got something to show you. But when you see this thing, yeah. Oh, no, I ain't. Come on, G. G, come on, bro. You know how you gotta play the game, bro. Come on, man. This shit like the NBA finals, nigga. This shit right here like the finals, nigga. I'm gonna have that nigga hype me up on the prison line, nigga. They gonna hype me up out here, bro. They gonna have all the whole New York, and they gonna have the whole Rikers Island on the stream, nigga. We gonna have to bring some women through here. I don't know. This is my first time hearing from Buddy. First time, dog. First time hearing from since that night. Yeah, first time hearing from Buddy, bro. Bro say he behind the wall. I'm like, well, you say you behind the wall, nigga. That means you goddamn fucked up right now. Hey G, I feel bad, dog. You know why I feel bad for Carmelo? I'm being this off the subject, y'all. This is the reason why I feel bad for Carmelo, G. G, just check this out. They was jumping on Carmelo Anthony. Like they got footage of them actually jumping on him, beating him up on some bleachers. And you know how bleachers go like that. So they got the footage of him getting beat up under the bleachers. And then the nigga just, you know what I'm saying? But bro, think about our little homie, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna ask him. If he text back, I'm gonna ask him. But just think about our little buddy, bro. Like our little buddy situation is way worse. We not gonna say no names, but for them to offer our little buddy the time they offered him, and they just gave Carmelo Anthony 35 years, nigga, 35 years, nigga, you go to jail, boom, boom, boom. Like, bro, that shit was too fast, too crazy, and the appeal gonna be a fool out here. The appeal gonna be a fool out here. I ain't lying. Spurs up by 10. Spurs up by 10. 13-23, y'all. Yeah, that appeal, bro. They gonna see the thing about this is everybody saying that it was an all-white jury. Okay, I do understand that. I don't know the demographics of where they was at, like how many Caucasians, blacks, Mexicans, Indians, Asians. I don't know the demographics. I gotta look at the pie chart just to see what's going on with that. Where my other phone at? Got that shit on my other phone here somewhere. I could have looked at that shit, but oh, this nigga said, I don't know. I think it's 40 though, because he said big 40. So hey, we only know 140, dog. We only know 140. Man, they got their this damn what's it called taking forever to load up. I was watching Will today. Will said, okay, so they saying that the normal appeal process lasts like it can go anywhere from that's gonna be a lot of shit going on. It's gonna be a lot of shit going on. Appreciate y'all for still staying in because I know my live is fucking up. I know it on my side is fucking up. But anyway, bro, I don't want to stop this live. See, this is the only thing I don't like about Wemby. Wemby be out too far. Wemby be way. Hey, King, the press of one.
Footage of him assaulting her in a Los Angeles hotel. Name dropped and was inflated by conduct the jury rejected. That ruling is pending. Meanwhile, LAPD already handed 2 separate criminal cases to the Los Angeles district attorney. Not the civil lawsuit. These are criminal cases. Detectives investigated, compiled the evidence, submitted it. The DA's own spokesperson confirmed it publicly. They believe they have enough. They're moving forward. And there's another case. A publicist named Jonathan Hay filed a police report in September 2025 claiming Diddy sexually
assaulted. If y'all can hear me, press 1. Press 1 if you can hear me.
And once in 2021 during music sessions connected to Christopher Wallace's legacy, Biggie Smalls. The sessions were being done with Biggie's son, CJ Wallace. And according to Hay, Diddy used those sessions as cover. Think about that for a moment. The man who called himself Biggie's best friend, who built Bad Boy Records on Biggie's catalog, who gave the eulogy, who turned Biggie's death into a decades-long brand identity. He allegedly used sessions with Biggie's own son as the setting to assault someone. That's not just a legal allegation. That is a desecration. And if it holds up, it's the most devastating receipt in this entire file. His lawyer's response to all of this called it false and ridiculous. Said the accusers are just...
Okay, cool. So, yeah, but the whole shit with Carmelo Anthony, bro, this shit going, bro, I gotta sing, man, I got ass and shit to sing you, G. They got like about 4 or 5 other people, and they got Carmelo Anthony, all of them on the same stat sheet. Carmelo Anthony got more time than all of them. I think the most time them boys got was 15 years, boy. 15 years. Come here, boy.
People trying to get in on what they called the money gravy train. That's the same response they gave to Cassie. The same response they gave to the hotel footage.
Y'all know what's going on, and so do I.
At some point, the pattern of what gets called ridiculous becomes the evidence itself. Now here's something worth sitting with. The Epstein files dropped. Names on there. Powerful men. Connected men. Men who crossed state lines and crossed oceans and
ain't nobody got locked up on that bitch but Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. And I think it was a dude overseas that rocked with the family. Y'all know the family I'm talking about. I ain't even gonna say it on my live, but yeah.
Built their own infrastructure around the same kind of assets Diddy is now facing multiple criminal reviews for. Most of them are still having dinner tonight. Most of them haven't seen a deposition, let alone a courtroom. But Diddy, who's already been convicted, already sentenced, already sitting in federal prison, is simultaneously facing a Second Circuit appeal, 2 criminal cases submitted to the LADA, a new civil lawsuit from a child actor, and the hate case, all at once, while already incarcerated. Now, I am not saying that to defend Diddy. He did what he did. The hotel footage is real. Cassie's testimony is real. 30 years of documented behavior doesn't evaporate because a jury couldn't clear the RICO threshold. But what I am saying is this: pay attention to who the system is motivated to keep coming for and who it decides it has seen enough of. Because that tells you something about what accountability actually is in this country and who it applies to. The black mogul in federal prison gets hit from every angle. The names on the list that touched a whole different kind of power mostly get a news cycle and then silence. That's not a defense. That's a
New York down by 16, y'all. New York down by 16. At Spurs territory, y'all. Let's go.
And since we're here,
let's go. Let's get it.
I'm
talking about let's get it. Gotta drop the bomb for that boy.
How many people were at those parties? How many people in the industry knew what the freak-offs were and said nothing? How many artists did interviews name-dropping Diddy like an endorsement while the women in those back rooms were under NDA? How many people in this culture celebrated Can't Stop, Won't Stop as an anthem of black success without asking what exactly wasn't stopping? The machine worked because the culture built the stage. Not always maliciously, not all of it deliberately, but collectively, we elevated a man to a level where accusation looked like hatred and accountability looked like betrayal of black excellence. And here's the part that stings. The same dream he weaponized on that child actor in 2007, I Can Make You Famous, that dream wasn't something he invented. He found it in us, in what we said success looked like, in what we told our kids to chase. He just pointed it at people who had no other options and locked the door behind them. That's the receipt this whole case leaves us with. Not just what one man did, what a culture built around him that made it work for 30 years. And if we're serious about accountability, it doesn't just live in that federal prison in New Jersey. Some of it lives in the conversations we never had about who was untouchable and why. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know, do you think what happened to Diddy is real accountability for 30 years of this? or just the tip of something nobody is actually ready to dig into? Check out the video on your screen right now. I'll see you on the next one. And out.
Panda. God damn it. Let's see what's going on. All right, y'all, we got a new one from Hip Hop Buddha, man. We going I'm going chili cheese, but they said your boy Mayweather going dead broke out this bitch. Like they said the man going dead fucking broke out that bitch. Like
This is what would crawl out of you if you drank 2 tablespoons of this disgusting African herb every day for 2 weeks. After your first dose, you'll feel the bitterness hit your gut immediately, and that's actually a good thing. That's your digestive system waking up for the first time in years. Here's what's happened. The bitter compounds signal your liver to produce bile, and bile is what dissolves the protective shields that parasites hide behind. This is the same shield that probiotics can't get through, the same shield that fiber just bounces off of, but bitterness breaks through it. That's why African healers have used bitter herbs for thousands of years. They knew the bitterness itself was the medicine. By day 3 or 4, things start moving, and I mean really moving. You'll look in the toilet and see stuff that has no business being inside a human body. Skinny white things, dark clumps, old waste that's been rotting in your intestines for who knows how long. Some people see what looks like mucus growths. Others see things with texture, things that look like they were alive. Don't be alarmed, that's the parasites leaving. So what's...
It's all bad, y'all. The Floyd Mayweather money problems has gotten out of hand. And we're going to go over a couple of things where, you know what I'm saying, it should have indicated to us that
I said that boy Floyd going dead broke.
Money troubles. Like right here, right? It say Floyd Mayweather bought a $18 million watch. You know what I'm saying? Which was the jumbo watch from Jacob. You know, 18 karat white gold, completely encrusted, 313 carats of emerald cut diamonds. You know what I'm saying? And then we did this. Yaya Mayweather saying, lately I've been so bored. Hold on. Lately I've been so bored, I was thinking about getting a job for fun and maybe work like 2 or 3 days after a week to see.
damn. She said she want to get a job. That, you know how old his daughter, man? That little girl like 20 something, early 20s.
I'm gonna tell you what it's like, y'all. You do not want to work. That's what it's like. You know what it's like? It's like that you don't want to work. That's exactly what it's like. You know what I'm saying? The money gold, man. I don't know how Mayweather did it. He done blew all the money, man. They say TMT now stands for the money took. You know what I'm saying? It's all gold, man. It's a bad situation. But, you know what I'm saying? We finna get right into it, man. See what's going on.
Mayweather has money problems. He owes the IRS, he owes car dealers, he's pawning jewelry. A guy who's made hundreds of millions of dollars in his career is somehow running out of money. And now he's suing everyone, claiming he's owed money. While he may be able to keep up the facade that it's everyone else's fault, Floyd's spending problem is the reason why he's going broke. I was able to go directly to the source to get private information that hasn't been shared publicly yet, to discuss the recent lawsuit that sent shockwaves throughout the sports world. Mayweather suing former associate in an alleged $175 million fraud scheme. That associate, Jonah, shared with me private text messages, private images of Floyd signing contracts, and access to private communication with his team. And the proof I've been given will contradict everything you've heard in the news about this case. By going through all of the claims presented in the law,
and Mayweather should know he ain't gonna get no $175 million, because dude ain't got $175 million. Might end up happening is they find out y'all done did some fraudulent stuff, somebody going to jail.
FBI, open up! Lawsuit, I'll share all the private information that I have access to so we can understand fully what's going on with Floyd Mayweather. In 2017, Recknitz and Mayweather became friends, which ultimately led to Recknitz becoming Floyd's investment manager, real estate.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm watching this game while I'm doing this live, so y'all gotta forgive me. It's gonna be like a tennis match.
Advisor and banking liaison. Jonah helped put deals together for Floyd. He was his manager. So that's sponsorships, real estate deals, and fights, just to name a few revenue streams. Jonah shared with me that he was not on salary, meaning he only made money when there was a commission on...
Spurs up by 12, 33-21. Spurs up by 12.
...on finding a deal. As an example, Jonah shared with me that Floyd was running out of money in 2020. So Jonah put together a fight with Logan Paul to generate income.
So he Floyd Mayweather has been running out of money since the year 2020. It's 2026. Check. Do y'all believe that Floyd Mayweather has been broke for 6 years? Let me know down in the comment section.
Broke for 6
as well as
years.
many other exhibition fights. Turns out the only people actually punching Floyd in the face at this time were the IRS debt collectors. More on that in a minute. The first big claim that Floyd makes is that he wasn't aware that in 2016, Recknitz had pleaded guilty to wire fraud conspiracy, that Recknitz had cooperated with the United States attorney, or that Recknitz had been the subject of significant civil litigation. What Floyd's attorney was trying to do with this complaint is make it look like Floyd was taken advantage of by a guy with a questionable past. Like Floyd is this innocent victim who had no idea who this guy really was. There's a little problem with that, because I have proof he did know. This letter on the screen was sent in 2023 by Floyd Mayweather to a U.S. District Judge for the Southern District of New York. The bottom includes Floyd's name and his signature. For context, this is Floyd Mayweather's letter to the judge in Jonah Recknitz's case, speaking about Jonah's character and why he deserves a better outcome. In the second paragraph, he writes, "We became friendly and I supported him when he was going through the process of being sentenced in 2019. That sounds to me like he knew about Jonah's litigation in New York." In the third paragraph, he writes that Jonah has worked with him as his promoter and business.
Oh my God. It was like New York trying to come back, y'all. Oh, come on, Wimby. Come on, Wimby.
He has taken the job and run with it, helping Floyd in every aspect and opening up new opportunities. He further mentions the charitable work they've done together. Further down, he mentions that people have tried to take advantage of Jonah by bringing lawsuits against him.
If Jalen would have hit another 3, I would have been like, oh shit. But nah, he ain't hit that last 3 you just tried. I'd have been like, oh shit.
To extort him. And finally, Floyd writes, "I appreciate you taking the time to read this letter, Your Honor. I would just ask that you consider my personal testimony that Jonah Recknitz is a good person." He claimed that he didn't know about.
So you saying you ain't know that he was a scammer, even though you was writing letters to the judge saying he was a good guy because they knew that he was a scammer.
Turns out the government tracks a lot of data, and it's scattered all over the place. Data on prices, jobs, events, immigration. Just the facts from USA Facts, hosted by Steve Ballmer, takes all that government data and makes it make sense. Subscribe to the USA Facts YouTube page, full of informative and engaging videos that deliver the facts and data that impact your life.
Your main thing is, I'm money made. I make all this money. I'm rich. I'll never go broke. Shit that type shit. Yeah. Yeah. You got 5.
List are 4 of the watches you see in the text message on the right were included in the group of watches that were pawned. This indicates he continues to lie about not knowing that his watches were getting pawned for a loan to fund his lifestyle. What was told to me is that Floyd was running out of money. Now, obviously, his broke is a lot different than from me and you. But this time he needed money, so he decided to pawn $13 million from his watch collection. He does have his own jet and has flown private for a couple of decades. He has an expensive exotic car collection. Has been showing me his lifestyle is so expensive that he constantly needs to take out loans against all his assets. And it's fine to be fighting and making money because he can pay the loans back.
There's no way and I'm talking about human nature, bro, that we're going to get a billion and 1.2 billion. I'm not gonna get that kind of money and gonna be broke, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Right now that would be impossible. It would be impossible, bro. If you just dropped the $1.2 billion in my lap right now, bro, I'm not going broke, bro. I'm not going broke.
Like musical.
My shit. I'll make that money last to goddamn the year 3000, my nigga. The year 3000, bro.
Cares. Here's Floyd texting about having to give up all of his jewelry and watches and all of his women's bags. Further, he sent the text, "Don't forget about my ladies' Birkins, also that's a part of the 13 million." In December 2025,
Floyd, how many Birkin bags did you buy? 13 million. The Birkins is a part of the $13 million package?
Nope.
Bro, what were you doing? Oh.
Nigga was buying book bags. Nah, them purses, them niggas was buying like big ass purses to carry money and jewelry and all that shit.
Oh,
man.
no.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This ain't.
I won't say I say a merc for them. Merce, they
Gonna be
call it a
good,
merce.
texted, "Please keep me updated on my jewelry and Birkins. Thanks." Back in March, so around 7 months after he began pawning, he texted his pawn shop lender asking about the balance he owes so Jonah knows what the number is. Jonah, as Floyd's manager and the one who handles all the financial transactions, is the one who ensures that all the loans are paid off. The lender responds $1.85 million in checks, $10.8 million in jewelry, and $1.47 million in fees. And he mentions needing another $360,000 by Friday so the fees don't keep adding up. Floyd received the $13 million for pawning watches in his supposed $100 million watch collection. Jonah shared with me that people pay up to 3% per month, which is why the fees were so high. That loan was almost paid in full. If you reread Joel's message, it makes sense. Joel says, "I have recouped everything and hasn't had to sell any pieces. All that remains is another $360,000 so Floyd doesn't have to pay any more fees." In case you aren't following, Joel can sell the watches that were pawned if Floyd doesn't pay the $13 million back. But he didn't need to sell watches because he was paid back and made $1.5 million in fees. In the complaint, Floyd discusses pawning his $100 million jewelry collection with the words, "to be pledged or placed in the possession of Joel, a Miami jewelry dealer." The amount received was around $13 million.
Bro. I cannot imagine pawn.
Right, I'm worried. I'm worried about a little $30. This nigga pawned 130 million.
You can get a free e-bike today. Companies are looking for people to test their newest models. Just tap now, answer 2 quick questions, and get yours delivered to your home at no cost.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
This is like damn.
Describe what you want and watch it take shape.
Oh, my bad, y'all. What's up, jukebox, man? What I do? Hey, y'all. Hey, I watching the game, man, too. Bro, we got the jukebox, man. Like, I'm talking about. What's up, bro?
This is crazy, bro.
It's
A substantial
sharp.
portion of the pledge jewelry remains in the possession
Nah,
of Joel.
man, I just wore this shit because I got it, bro. Because the game tonight, I just wore the fuck with folks. I slick on the Spurs to win the whole series, but I got it. Why not wear it? I'm on live. Game going on. Let's rock it out. Shit.
Provided to Mr. Mayweather. And then allegedly the consideration received was diverted by Recknitz and not paid to Floyd. I just shared the text messages between Floyd and Joel showing the accounting of the transaction and that nothing seemed to be awry. This is not the first time Floyd has had to take a pawn loan.
Look at that watch, man. The jumbo, 18 million. That one watch was $18 million. You tell me you had to pump. Bro, how much money do you need if you got to pawn $100 million worth of jewelry? It's crazy.
Dang.
And that one watch right there, 18 million. Oh
18
my God.
million for a watch, bro. My little watch. I thought I did so when I paid damn near $500 for my little G-Shock. I thought I was. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was like Kanye West out that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I was like Kanye out there, but them boys said, fuck with me. I had a little $500 G-Shock on. I thought I was the shit. Bro, I got an $18 million.
$1 million
One watch
from
for
Avi, the
18
owner of
million.
Avi and
That's
Co. against
sad,
his $18 million Jacob and Co. watch.
You just
Upon
throwing your
research, I
money
realized
away. You just,
that even though the
bro,
retail
you just throwing your money away, bro. It's not worth it. And I know I might say that I got jewelry on and shit like that, but I got my shit at a better price than what them niggas paying for sure. For the like shit, sands on the beach in the hourglass compared to what these motherfuckers paying for damn jewelry.
$18 million, the market value is about $2 to $3 million. So Floyd's $100 million jewelry collection is more likely worth a fraction of that. Why is Floyd Mayweather pawning jewelry despite being so wealthy?
And that's why jewelry is one of the worst investments. Because what a lot of people don't know is you should really keep your jewelry like mostly gold. Don't go too heavy on the diamond. When you go too heavy with the diamond, you, especially if it's customized, you never gonna get back what you paid for it.
You right.
You never gonna get back what you paid for.
I used to work at a store called Mayors in Atlanta, Georgia, in Lenox Mall. I was security and shit. And I started learning a lot about them watches. They had me at the AP store. I worked at the Brightland store. And they had me do a little joint across the street at the Phipps Plaza. I had to go to the Omega store, the Omega watches. But yeah, I was working in that shit real deep with the security, and I learned a lot of shit working at that motherfucker, bro. Like, bro, just watches alone, bro. The money people will pay for them.
And the only jewelry that goes up in value was like the factory watches. Other than that, everything else, you ain't gonna get what you paid for it. So it's a worse investment. I understand for aesthetically and looking nice and all that, but don't go out there just buying a whole bunch of diamonds because you ain't gonna never get that money back.
Wealthy and always seemingly around cash. I asked Jonah how much Floyd spends every single month on his team, and Jonah estimated around $1 million. What happens when you can't afford your
man? Ain't no motherfucking way. You spending $1 million, man? You got me fucked up, bro.
team salary?
Get close, hold on. New York clipping on some heels out here. Hold on. Second quarter, 20 seconds left. Yeah, that shit crazy, bro.
Get the ice. Oh my God, this is crazy.
Here's a video from Floyd's assistant of his entire jewelry collection as they took photos and video of all of the jewelry before pawning. This photo is the same table from the video before with cash on the table, as that was the cash delivered for pawning the jewelry. When you add up Floyd's entire lifestyle, he could easily be spending $2 to $3 million.
Damn, dog. I mean, that shit, I thought I had me a little something. I thought I had me a little Hey, bro, I thought I had me a little something, bro. That nigga jewelry collection was crazy, bro. Like, I don't even know no rappers. Like, got their shit rocking like that right there, my G.
Per month, which means he probably needs to be making around $50 million of pre-tax income in order to just break even on that lifestyle expenses. When you're fighting Conor McGregor or Manny Pacquiao, you can cover that type of spend. But I always talk about this in my Athletes Going Broke series. These athletes will keep their lifestyle spend around the same, and when that income goes to essentially zero, they go broke pretty quickly. Floyd claims Jonah screwed him, but ironically, Jonah actually saved him from being bankrupt. Floyd claims he invested $31.5 million into real estate deals and has made a nominal amount of money as a return on his investment. I actually have the distribution letter for this portfolio. Here's the 3 portfolios listed totaling $31.5 million. The annual distribution for the total is around $3.9 million. Back in 2024, when Floyd began investing in real estate, he had no liquidity, meaning he had no cash flow and essentially had no cash to his name. Jonah presents an idea to Floyd Mayweather. Floyd shows this to properties. Instead of having 2 houses sit empty like before, Floyd is now earning almost $4 million every year in cash flow while owning valuable real estate in New York. So it's odd seeing him file this complaint alleging he's been screwed. Remember this fight? It was in 2015, 11 years ago. And this fight was in 2017. Paul Heyman had to advance Floyd money from this fight because Floyd had already spent all of his money.
Oh my God.
It turns out the government tracks a lot of data. Just the facts from USA Facts.
All of his money.
Oh my God. So y'all telling me Floyd was broke in 2020? I can't believe this, bro.
All of this spending is not new. It's been going on for years. So think about this. It's been 9 years since that fight. Let's assume Floyd spends around $20 million per year, which is pretty reasonable given his lifestyle expenses. That would have meant he spent $180 million since that fight in 2017. He's always posted pictures with cash money because it's his branding. And he certainly has had a lot of money at one point. But spending a couple $1 million per month blows through this cash instantly. Floyd may have had a $100 million jewelry and watch collection, and that's certainly wealthy to me and you. But when you're spending $20, $30 million per year, that $100 million can dry up pretty quickly. Which is why he now needs to exit retirement to fight Manny Pacquiao for payday. One of the other claims is about Floyd selling his jet and not receiving any money. There's mention in the complaint that the block for the purchaser was left blank. What the media misunderstood was that the plane wasn't sold for $1 like the complaint lists here. Here's the actual signed contract, which does list the consideration of $1 and OVC, and you can see Floyd's signature down below. I think what was misunderstood is that the plane didn't actually sell for $1. OVC means other valuable considerations, which means the sale was for more than $1. This happens when private parties don't want the amount known to the public. Here's the text message between Jonah and Floyd. Jonah sent the payoff letter from the lender of his private jet, as well as...
I ain't never known about no OVC. That's good information. That's new information, bro. Like, OVC, like, that sound like some, yeah.
A letter from Navy Federal Credit Union regarding a $2.787 million payoff. What happened was Floyd took out a large loan against the value of the jet. So when the jet was sold, a large chunk of the money went to pay off the loan and many of his other debts. Here's the payoff demand statement for the jet. Highlighted is borrower named Floyd Mayweather. The total loan?
So he lied about selling the jet, too? That's crazy.
Payoff is around $2.79 million, and the highlight in the bottom left is the property collateral as the Gulfstream Learjet. This is the bank wire transfer receipt from the credit union. Both of these documents were sent to Floyd, so he's clearly lying about the jet only selling for $1 and him being out of the know on the jet selling. The picture on the left is Floyd signing the contract, and the picture on the right is Floyd holding the aircraft purchase and sale agreement right after signing it. Does he look disappointed in the terms of the sale? This is the text Jonah sent to Floyd in September 2025, indicating that the house and airplane contracts were done, and Floyd responded, "Let's go." To make it even more clear that Floyd knew about the plane purchase and the terms of the purchase and sale, here's a text between Floyd and Jonah where Floyd writes, "Can you call me about the plane, please? I need for you to update me, please." And Jonah responded, "Plane is ready to close." Jonah saved hundreds of private images, screenshots of text messages, and I can understand why he did it. They were dealing with millions upon millions of dollars. Floyd was going broke, and Jonah worried that Floyd was going to start blaming those around him for his financial problems. Back in November 2025, Jonah sent this message to Floyd saying, "I can help continue to create income for you for life, but you need to start saving more money and spending less. Borrowing from a credit line should be for investment purposes, not to pay past due bills because we will have to pay it back." Floyd also claims that 80% distributions to Mayweather Promotions LLC and 20% to be paid to Frisk Apex Ventures were diverted by RecNets. Throughout the complaint, Floyd is claiming that fraud was going on because he only received 80% of the distributions, which is interesting because he signed the operating agreement for that split. This is Floyd holding up the settlement statement of a closed transaction involving his company, Mayweather Promotions, and Frisk Apex Ventures. His smile doesn't look like someone who is upset with the deal that just closed. I've seen the operating agreement between these two companies that Floyd signed showing an 80-20 split. And since I promised you receipts, here's the document with...
I'm trying to figure out how Floyd think he finna get anything for fraud when you sign the papers for everything that's going on. Crazy, bro.
The distribution allocation of 80% for Mayweather Promotions and 20% for Frisk Apex Ventures. Down at the bottom, you can see Floyd's signature agreeing to the terms of the contract. As part of the fraud claim against RecNets and Frisk, Floyd claims IL Frisk signed distribution letters as manager of Vada Properties when he held no such office, and by signing as CEO of Vada Properties when he held no such office. This is a screenshot of Floyd's Instagram over a year ago. The picture in the middle is Floyd promoting speaking at a conference about real estate with IL Frisk. In the post, IL is listed as the CEO of Vada Properties. This is the Real Deal conference where Floyd is talking about buying real estate and IL Frisk is the man to his right.
I had a very, very smart team, guys that was very, very educated in real estate, I gave them 9 figures. I went from 7. I skipped over 8 because it was paying so good. I went to 9 figures.
That doesn't sound like someone who is disappointed in the outcome of his real estate investing. Another major allegation in the complaint is that Reckness orchestrated a $13 million loan from Hankey Capital LLC secured by Floyd's property in Miami Beach, Florida.
But what if he just got a whole bunch of money? He just trying to get the cash for it, and he ain't gotta pay. But if the accountant is saying, you know, little slick shit like, if you borrowing this money to pay old bills, you're going to end up having to still pay it back. So why not just...
The picture in the background is of Floyd and Hankey. This property is actually owned by Josh Gatlib and Meyer Orbach. Back in 2024, when Floyd was running out of cash, he needed to sell 2 properties. So he sold it to the 2 names I just mentioned, and it was a favor by them. But the allegation is that $6.5 million of that loan went to the purchase of the private jet we discussed earlier in the video, and only approximately $4 million was made available to Mayweather Promotions. The full accounting is right here. $6.5 million to buy a jet with TBE.
It's just like he got a lot. So the thing with Mayweather is not about the amount of money he got. It's just the way he's spending it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is insane, bro. Like, you sold a house to buy a plane. You did this to do, like, bro, you got $1.2 billion. You supposed to be like Gucci. Somebody can go broke having $1 million. It's 1,000 stories of people that had $1 million and still ain't, you know.
LLC is the owner. That's Floyd's private jet related LLC. The $4 million to Mayweather Promotions is listed, and all of the other allocations are listed with none relating to Reckness or the other defendants. He also claimed there was another loan of $16.4 million and worded it such that it looks like fanaticz Ventures took $8.8 million of his money. The money from these properties all became his investment in the $31.5 million portfolio mentioned a few moments earlier, properly managed by the LLC he's suing.
So what I told them is, of course, I wanted my payout to be a little different. Normally the payouts are, you know, at the beginning of the month, but I wanted my payouts to be every week, spread it out throughout the week, because I'm traveling. You know, family, friends, we're traveling, we're moving around, we're doing different things.
He said,
So you broke.
I can't believe this man's pulling $100 million worth of jewelry is crazy, man. Like, Floyd, what was you? Well, I can't say. Well, doing, we seen it, all the cars, all the jewelry, all the girls, burgers for everybody. The strip club that didn't make no money. All type of stuff he was doing, man. Just bad investments.
I thought the strip club was making money. I guess that shit wasn't making no money. That shit, like, what?
See, what Floyd should have did was, when he got real property, when he got, I wouldn't even got no car, you know, riding share is big. I probably would have started a riding share company, something like that. But when you start getting money like that, bro, you gotta buy stuff that's gonna make the money to pay for these assets that you won't keep and maintain and stuff like that.
And I understand hip hop on that, but he shouldn't even be living like that, bro. At this point, bro. Like, once you get over $1 billion, bro, like, bro, you shouldn't be talking about pawning nothing, bro. You shouldn't be talking about pawning shit.
You can't just hold on. You can't just keep spending the money and think you gonna have the money forever. You gonna blink and the money gonna be gone.
So I wanted my payouts to be like that, and everything played out like it played out, and everything was going great.
This speech stood out to me now that I'm viewing it through the lens of Floyd going broke. Why in the world would you need to change the distribution schedule to be weekly? Didn't Floyd make like $500 million boxing? Why do you now all of a sudden, you're so tight on cash flow that you need your distributions to be paid every single week so you can afford a vacation? Floyd Mayweather father's baby with dancer, ordered to pay $1 million in back child support. Jonah told me that fanaticz Venture
$1 million in back child support is crazy.
assisted with paying his child support, meaning his lawsuit against him is even more perplexing. I found the court documents with his unexpected baby mama. Floyd did not deny being the father and was not happy with the news. He was angry and blamed her for getting pregnant. He attempted to force her to have an abortion and then blocked her from phone communication and text when he realized she was keeping the baby. Sounds like a great father. I even have the text messages between Floyd and her, but I'll blur for privacy reasons. It's not good.
Oh, not the ultrasound pic, bro. Floyd, what are you doing, bro?
CoachOS is the platform for football fan fans. Let me show you in 90 seconds what we built with CoachOS. We started out with the drills.
That's crazy.
Ultrasound pic, bro. Floyd, what are you doing, bro? Yeah, you ain't go to court, get the DNA. You don't even know if maybe yours or not. But now it is because the court said it's your baby. They made it your baby.
Here's the child support payments that stopped in December 2024 when Floyd was really having money problems. Floyd was ordered to pay $32,850 a month in child support, in addition to $933,050 in back support. This is how you go broke. I also have a letter from the IRS for taxpayer Floyd Mayweather. This is the notice of levy from the IRS for his unpaid $3.35 million in taxes from 2018. This was sent to Wells Fargo to seize any money in Floyd's Wells Fargo account. And they did the same for his JP Morgan Chase account. Here's an official IRS tax lien document sent to Floyd Mayweather on his property for the amount owed of around $7.28 million for the years 2018 and 2023. Some might say he's not going broke, he just wants to push off paying back the IRS. But I think this next document is a smoking gun. This is the collection appeal request Floyd sent to the IRS on why he couldn't pay. The explanation he was need more time to gather the funds to pay in full. This is the IRS about to start seizing his assets. This isn't a personal loan. Why in the world, if he's made hundreds of millions of dollars, why doesn't he just pay the couple $1 million so he can get the IRS off his back? Jonah still hasn't been served with a complaint, which means he can't respond. And also because this lawsuit follows exactly what Floyd does with the media. Floyd has been claiming that he is...
Now you done blew all the money and the IRS looking for you because you didn't ever pay them their money. Hey, look, sometimes, even if you don't owe the IRS, pay the IRS. If they feel like they owe you, they'll send the money back. But when you owe them, they want their money right now. When they owe you, they take their time. But you don't want to owe the IRS. They gonna come take care of things.
Is unaware of a lot of the documents and that he didn't sign for deals. Jonah provided evidence to me of images he took of Floyd having a notary visit his house to sign. I'm blurring a lot of this to protect Floyd's privacy, but those are his fingerprints. Jonah provided a quote, "I do not want to litigate this issue through the media, nor do I want to embarrass Floyd publicly, so I will say this. It's sad that Floyd blew through his money. I wrote him many letters concerning his spending habits, which are documented. I had many conversations with him about slowing down with the spending, but unfortunately it caught up to him and now he's looking to blame others." One of these letters to the TMT team was shared with me. This letter is 5 pages long and describes all of the issues that Jonah was having managing Floyd. Jonah even includes a paragraph about no longer wanting to work with Floyd because of the spending problems and how much of a risk it became to be around Floyd. First, he blamed Al Heyman, and now he's blaming me. He sued Showtime for $340 million, sued Business Insider for $100 million, and now sued me for $175 million. He is unhinged. I hope he can get back on his feet and control his spending. Floyd can continue to lie that he didn't know about the airplane purchase or the jewelry pawns. The facts speak for themselves. There's a lot more, and I have all the backup, which we tried to show Floyd's attorney before they filed suit, but he refused to review any evidence that would contradict his frivolous lawsuit. Bottom line, I saw the writing on the wall, and because I knew Mayweather may eventually turn on me, I kept meticulous records of all the transactions. Something I very much learned over the past few years analyzing litigation and media scam.
Man, this shit. I don't see how you did it, Mayweather. Like, you damn near look worse than, what your boy name is? You look about bad at AB right now. You Ryan looking like AB. You might not be in this shape, like as far as body wise, because that nigga AB shaped like a shit. AB said like a dope boy baby mama. For real though, like real shit though.
Handles is that a lot of wealthy people know how to use media and litigation as strategy. I'll show you how media actually works. Let me use this as an example. Back in September 2025, this article titled Floyd Mayweather Sues Vegas Car Dealer Over Sale. You Lied to Me was released on TMZ Sports. The article is full of quotes about the dealer engaging in shady business practices and overcharging Floyd and possibly defrauding him. Floyd wasn't the victim. He wanted to use the media to pressure the dealer so the dealer wouldn't come after him for the money Floyd owed the dealer. But the other news organizations need stories, so they spread the headlines that Floyd is suing a car dealer for a fraudulent purchase. Sports Illustrated picks up the story. Then Fox.
It's hard to catch up on money when you owe everybody, because you're going to get more and more lawsuits. Man, that's terrible.
Fox News picks up the story. The following day, the Vegas car dealer filed a complaint against Floyd. Floyd purchased 4 vehicles totaling $2.25 million from the dealer. Floyd wrote 2 checks for the purchase of the vehicles. The problem is that the checks bounced. They didn't go through, and Floyd still had possession of the vehicles. Even worse is that Floyd drove one of the cars from Vegas.
Now, that's the dealer's fault, because why y'all give Floyd the cars if the checks bounce? Like, why y'all didn't wait to see if he had the money? Like, what was y'all thinking? What was y'all doing? That's y'all fault.
To LA and added 1,500 miles to the car. They ultimately had to reach a settlement agreement where Floyd still owed.
Ain't what you do, is how you do it. And then sometimes it's who you is. Like, who you is in this world. Like, that's what happens. If you Floyd Mayweather, you could drive off the lot with the newest car on
$1.2 million
shit in the showroom.
To the dealer. I think that story is relevant because it's another sign of Floyd's money problems, but I also wanted to highlight his media strategy. Floyd has a private relationship with TMZ Sports. If he wants someone to look bad, he'll go to them first so that they can publish a featured article about Floyd being defrauded. Then he'll file a complaint full of lies the following day and paint himself out to be a victim. TMZ Sports was the first to reveal this story. A lot of people mentioned to me that I should make a video about Floyd suing his business manager.
All right, y'all, it's a 5-point game. New York 37, San Antonio 42. So let's see. Oh shit. 3-point game, y'all. 3-point game. Top of the third.
But I held off because I wanted to hear Jonah's side first because I know exactly how Floyd uses the media. And after Jonah shared hundreds of private images and screenshots of text messages with me, it's clear that this lawsuit is another example of this strategy. In February, Floyd sued time for $340 million, claiming there's a conspiracy to not pay him what he's owed. He also sued Business Insider for $100 million and then immediately dropped it. I hope you're starting to see the pattern. He goes to the media to play victim, gets all the other news organizations to distribute the story because he's a very big name, and then he hopes that he can settle with the other side so that he doesn't go bankrupt. Guys like Floyd use the media as a strategy, not as reporting on truth. Logan Paul claims Floyd still owes him money.
New York 41. Let's go. Let's go.
We give you all the glory. We give you all the praise. We love you.
He could have paid Logan. Well, I'm saying he could have paid Logan Paul, but at the time they was fighting, Floyd was broke, so he could have paid.
Or sues Floyd Mayweather Jr. for $1.4 million clean tab. The retired boxer asked to pay the $1.675 million owed to the jeweler at a later date. The jeweler also alleges that Mayweather submitted 5 checks that bounced. Floyd Mayweather sued for $330,000 in alleged unpaid rent on luxury Manhattan apartment. Another lawsuit filed against Floyd for the use of an unpaid private jet trip. I've been sued a couple different times and know what it's like to have multiple false allegations written about you in a complaint.
That was a good
criminal enterprise and assaulting someone. See, in America, you can write whatever you want in a complaint, even if it's full of lies. What's interesting about this lawsuit is that it's a verified complaint, meaning Floyd is signing under the penalty of perjury that everything is factual. Maybe he isn't capable of reading ChatGPT's answer on why it's a bad idea filing a verified complaint full of lies. He could be hit with a perjury charge. Floyd also has a bit of a gambling problem. It's known that he bets a lot of money on sports. If you follow my channel, then you know how much money these guys lose betting on sports. Easily millions of dollars. The amount of money these degenerates gamble is truly mind-boggling. Just this one hand of blackjack appears to have around $100,000 wagered. Not a good look when you owe the IRS. There were many claims, but to summarize the main claims against Rechnitz, Floyd alleged that the jet sold for $1 and he didn't receive any of the proceeds. The evidence proves this is a lie. Floyd also alleged that he wasn't aware of this jewelry being pawned and that he didn't receive the proceeds. The evidence proves this is also a lie. And lastly, Floyd claims he was defrauded in his real estate transactions with Rechnitz and Frisk. The evidence again proves that this is a lie. Even worse, they're helping him make nearly $4 million in cash flow every year, which is keeping him from filing bankruptcy.
Man. Y'all get some sense?
Hey, y'all go check out Hip Hop Buddha, man. Y'all go check out Hip Hop Buddha channel. Y'all, especially if y'all want to hear the commentary without me speaking on top of it, y'all go check him out, bro. He got a good channel too. Let me see. Yeah, I'm finna watch the rest of this game, cook me some food, take my ass to bed, bro. Like, it might be jumping up and down in New York tonight. We don't know. It probably gonna take it to a game. What this game? It's gonna be game 6. Probably gonna take it to a 6. I mean, no, game 5. I meant to say. Yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta watch this shit. It's a third quarter, bro. They ain't even bust 50 yet. The third quarter. We damn near in the middle of this bitch of the third quarter, and they ain't bust 50 yet, bro. It's a good game. Uh-oh, hey, San Antonio done went up 10 again. Third quarter, let's see what's gonna happen.
I'm just gonna have to ask Tucker for forgiveness for sharing this.
He beat that shit, you know. But right now, just yeah.
This is your moment to
y'all.
grab a free portable blender. Tap the screen now, answer 2 quick questions, and we'll send it.
Be back with another one, man. They say Rick Ross is out here balling on a whole nother.
I think he talking about hold on, let me see what they are.
Different type of level. They say Rick Ross just made pool they look expensive with a rare 4,400 Louis Vuitton float. He getting money, man. He getting money. Let's see. The babes.
You already know it's the boat, baby. Biggest of all time, Ricky Rose. We're a few days away from the biggest car and bike event of the year.
I mean, y'all heard what the man said, man. It's the boat, like you said, I guess. So we finna get into this video, man. See how he built this $100 million empire.
Today we touched down in Miami for a master class with the man, the myth, the legend, Rick Ross, the boss. In an era when most rappers fall off and go broken under a year, Rick Ross has had double-decade staying power, transforming his rap cash into a 9-figure business empire spanning restaurant franchises, automotive products, alcohol, and even his own record label. You'll see inside his multi-million-dollar car and jet collection, hear his business philosophy, and experience what it's like to cruise around the streets of Miami like a boss. So without further ado, let's meet the man and get inside the business empire of Rick Ross. But first, a quick word from the sponsor of today's episode.
Folks, I want everyone watching this to be financially free one day, and the sponsor of today's video can help you with that. And pay attention, because in a few seconds, I'm going to be telling you about a $200 offer you are eligible for. Because the truth is, our banking system sucks. Most banks drown people in fees and offer ridiculously low yield rates on the money that we give to them. That's where Chime comes in. They offer 3.75% APY, which is 9 times the national average. They have no monthly fees, no overdraft fees, no minimum balance fees. Folks, your funds are FDIC insured. Chime has over 1 million 5-star reviews, and they are America's #1 choice for banking. Guys, 82% of Americans do not have a high yield savings account, and almost no one is getting 5% cash back on the things they buy every day. That is a lot of money that we are leaving on the table, and Chime is the solution to get started on a better path for finances. This is something that a lot of people I know could benefit from. So upgrade today. Go to chime.com/TommyG and get your $200 bonus and start banking smarter. Use this QR code to take advantage of the $200 offer, or go to
Y'all heard what Tommy G said, man. Go hit that Chime up, get you $200. Peace.
chime.com/TommyG. And this link will also be at the top of the description box. Thank you, folks, and now back to the video. All right, folks, we are in Florida. And your boy needs sunscreen. I don't get enough melanin in my body, but we're kind of in this little trench to that.
Tommy G out there about to fry.
There we go, but we got some kid sunscreen I found at Dollar General. But guys, we are in for an absolute treat today. Have you ever wanted to feel like a boss? I mean like a big time.
Babes.
Boss. We're none other than Rick Ross, Rosé. And we're in for a treat. This guy is just oozing motivation and hustle out of his body. And I want some of that. I want to soak it in. I mean, I think with all that's going on in the world, positive, can-do energy, beautiful. And so I'm excited. I think more and more on the channel, we want to focus on the moguls, the people that have built empires, and just the one-of-one character that exists. The world is flooded with really cool, interesting people, and that's what I love about my job, is I get to wake up and talk to people. I'm like, holy shit, I can't even believe I'm in the same room asking this guy questions, and that's the cool human experience. So we're on our way to a private jet hangar where Rob's the boss himself will be meeting us. We'll see you when we get there.
Now it's crazy because some of his stuff at the house in Atlanta, and I guess some of his other stuff be at the house on Star Island in Miami. And then I don't even know how many houses he got in Atlanta, because he had bought Meek Mill house just to park more cars. Crazy, bro. Oh yeah, and for the people saying Ross ain't got his jet, he said it's getting Starlink, 500 million. Baby, 500 million on the Starlink, man. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Baby.
Folks, we found the hangar. We're here with luxury vehicles, alcohol collection that I hear is bulletproof. And right behind us over here, we have the Rick Ross jet. The man himself is about to show up to the building. When he gets here, it's time to get rolling. Seven, brother. My name's Tommy. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure mine.
How are you?
Too easy.
You're a man that likes collecting the finer things in life, right?
Yes.
I brought Milwaukee's finest for you. Just a little something to show our appreciation for you.
Let me see it. Let me see it, because if it's the finest, it has to be the...
Hey, y'all kick them in the comment cafe. I want y'all to like, subscribe, share, definitely hit the notification bell. Bro, I'm about to come back. I gotta cook me something to eat, bro. But I'm about to still keep watching the game. But I'll be back up there. Peace and one.